Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, June 15th, 2019. As you can see, overcast. Had a couple of sprinkles earlier, but again, a little breezy again today. You can see it up in the trees. So, want to get right on topic today. So I wanted to talk about a couple different things actually. What's going on in London, and I think this is amazing. It's like they had overnight, they had a couple of people were killed. One was by a gun, one was by a knife, then they had a bunch of stabbings. It's all young people, generally between the ages of 16 and 19. So they're having a lot of gang problems over there. And now remember they were doing the whole banning of the guns, as you guys that are in the UK know. They started doing that. Or banning of the knives, I'm sorry, because guns have already pretty much been banned over there. But anyway, it's crazy, guys. I mean, just, the thing is, no matter what you ban, be it firearms, be it knives, be it whatever, people are going to find a way to kill each other. That's just human nature. So that is never, ever, ever going to change, unfortunately. No matter what laws you put in the books, what you try to implement, those things are still going to happen. They're always going to happen. It's just it's an unfortunate part of it. That's part of what people like to do. They like to kill each other. So, for whatever perceived wrong that they see out there. So, that is unfortunate. But that, like I said, that is part of just the way that it is. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do in the wake of this violence over there. So, I mean, that's an everyday occurrence here in the U.S. People kill each other all the time. Anybody ever look at the Chicago statistics? It's ghastly, actually, that the rate of which young people kill themselves or each other over in Chicago. It's amazing. But what are you going to do? And just remember, too, now, guys, Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws in the country, and it doesn't even make any difference. But anyhow, so let's, the other thing I wanted to talk about, this whole situation real quick that I wanted to mention with the whole Iranian thing, with they're saying that they have footage of, this footage of this Iranian ship removing bombs from the hull of the, or a bomb, I guess it was, off the hull of one of the ships that was hit. So again, and here's what I find interesting. They have these cameras up in space that can take a crystal clear from up in space of your property and show the entire layout of your property. So here's what we're going to call into question. So this is leading to something. Crystal clear. Go on Google Maps, pull up somebody's property. You can go right down into their driveway. Okay. You can be able to see crystal clear the license plate on the back of their vehicle. But we get grainy footage, which is hard to tell what the whole thing is, of some ship alongside this oil tanker, supposedly removing an explosive device from it. Okay. I don't know. I'm not that stupid. So, I mean, like I said, if they can have this super things that they have out there, and all you can get is some grainy footage of some, and tell me they weren't watching that whole situation after it had unfolded, okay? So, like I said, I find it very interesting. So, again, like I said, I'm not a gullible person. I'm not going to be just automatically believe everything that my government says, and, so that's why I'm very skeptical about that whole situation. I definitely, like I said, I want to hear what you guys think about that. I mean, is that a believable thing to you guys or not? So, oh my God, I got to show you this because I think it's freaking hilarious. There's Max in one of the holes, the big holes from where I had moved the post, and he's going to the bathroom in that hole. I'd like to see him bury that hole. You gonna bury that hole up, Max? I don't know, that's just funny that he's down in this huge hole. So, anyhow, but yeah, it's just crazy stuff going on around the world. We seem to be pushing closer and closer to the edge. A lot of people just acting very bizarrely. There was some guy in Utah that was recently arrested. Now think about this, guys. Over the course of 3 years, from 2016 to 2019, this individual, they're claiming, this is just, I mean, nothing's been proven yet, but they're claiming that this individual made 2,000 calls to lawmakers threatening to kill them and all kinds of stuff. Now, if you have an individual making these type of phone calls, why are you waiting until it's 2,000 phone calls over the course of 3 years, threatening the lives of lawmakers? And they didn't say what, lawmakers it was, but they were saying that, of course they did say that he was pro-Trump and that didn't like the fact that they were trying to discredit Trump with his presidency. Of course they mentioned that part of it. So obviously he was threatening Democratic leaders, according to, what they're saying. But and now this is a guy also, just so we're clear on the whole thing. Again, I take everything with a grain of salt, guys, because anybody can be set up, okay? Realistically, it's just that's just a fact. This is a guy that had no criminal record, no criminal history. I think he's 52 years old, I believe. I'd have to go back and look at it, but yeah, they're claiming that he's, and they're holding him without bail because, he is a danger. Even though he's, they not proven yet that he's made these phone calls, but he has no criminal history. So I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something going on in his life, and maybe he did do this. I don't know. Again, what I'm saying is, why would you wait that long to follow up on those type of a situation? So. I mean, the thing is, threatening lawmakers is just stupid anyway. Making threats against somebody, and I mean, even anybody, honestly, is just not a smart thing to do, especially with a phone. I mean, really? I mean, or texting. I mean, I know people have done it that way too, making threats with text. You're inviting yourself to be arrested. That doesn't make any kind of sense to me. But it happens, and what are you going to do? So today I actually was just actually cutting the grass, getting that all squared away today. So I got the center part here cleaned up more and got all over there, and got behind the chicken coop, got over here. So got it cleaned up a little bit today. Needed it, but like I said, it looks like we're going to get rain. They're calling for definite rain this afternoon, so it's definitely something I wanted to get squared away. So you can see the peas and the green beans are doing very, very well. And then we got the radishes here, and we have the carrots down here, and they're doing well. Everything else seems to be kind of going slow, but again, it's just the weather has been, colder than normal. I mean, today they're talking of a high of, I think it's 74 right now. So we're not, and again, like for the next 10 days, they're basically, the highest temperatures is in the low 70s. So it's just weird weather we've been having. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but tomato plants are doing all right. I got to get another tomato cage for those two, but the other ones seem to be doing okay. And so yeah, it's coming. It's all a work in progress with like anything else, obviously. Solar's doing very well today, even though it's overcast. We've already pulled in 3.8 kilowatt hours today, and it's just turned 2 o'clock now. So we'll probably get quite a bit more. Take you over to the other garden and show you that. I still need to get into these 4 cages, weed them, put in new mulch around the trees. That will be getting done soon. But now these guys are doing really good over here. They're doing really, really well. So, and honestly, guys, I haven't had to water the gardens at all. Since I planted at the end of May. I have not watered the gardens one time because we've just had so much rain that, even if it's a day or two we don't get rain, then the next thing you know, we're getting rain. So that's why I haven't had to worry about that at all. I got to finish that up over here with the chickens to get the run done so that I can let them out. I do have the windows open today. I am closing the windows at night, guys. I don't want you to think, because somebody said I should put chicken wire over the windows, and I probably will end up doing that just to give them that extra layer of protection. But right now I keep the windows open during the day just so they have a cross breeze, and then I lock that up at night so that you know, they have you know, they're having that protection right now. We have had no problems with anything at this point trying to get into the chicken coop, so that's, you know, that's been good. And I think a lot of it too, though, we have, you know, the dogs run around, so their scent is around, you know, we're around there, our scent's around there, and you know, and those type of things. So far no issues, so hopefully it continues to stay that way. But yeah, the weather's been, like I said, the weather, we've had a much cooler spring than anticipated, and like I said, I think we've only hit 80s twice so far, not very much, maybe 3 times max. But so Heather and I went out for a ride yesterday, and it was so windy. Like today again, you can see the trees are blowing. It was so freaking windy. We hit the top of one hill and the bike was literally being pushed. That's how windy it was. So, but yeah, like I said, getting this area cleaned up here. I've gone back again, like I said, on both sides to open this up more, and up through here. I still got to split these two. There's plenty to do, but you can see I got all this cut and cleaned up here, so those are done. It's cleaned up all through here, so it's coming together. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this quick updated video. A couple of things, like I said, that I saw that are going on that I thought were interesting. Of course, again, the U.S. is putting full blame on these attacks on Iran. They're looking for an excuse, in my opinion, to go to war with Iran, which doesn't make any kind of sense to me, honestly. There's nothing to gain from it. Nothing at all. And so, anyway, but that's just my opinion. Other people have different thoughts, which they are entitled to. So, anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So to tell the people that you care about every day how you feel, that's really, really important. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself, okay? So that's important to remember as well. So just stay positive, stay away from negativity, and you will be fine. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you're having a great weekend. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.